Nathan Gill, UKIP MEP for Wales. Who have the electorate of Wales elected? Who are you? What's your background?
Well, I've spent the last 5 years working with the last UKIP MEP, John Bufton. So I'm fairly familiar with the process and what needs to be done by UKIP MEPs here in Brussels and in Strasbourg. I've got a business background. I'm a family man. I've got 5 children, and I'm here because I genuinely believe that the people of Wales have voted in huge numbers because they are Eurosceptic and that they want a voice here. They want us to keep an eye on what's going on, what's been done in their name, done with their money, and they need to be informed because really it's only a UKIP MEP who's going to come back to Wales and actually inform the people of Wales what's happening here.
Do you plan to take an active role out here? Some MEPs, some kind of protest vote MEPs, not just British but from other countries, are saying that they're not going to turn up. Others say that they will be here and they'll be fighting the, in your case, Welsh-British corner. What's your take, and how are you going to be working over the next 5 years?
I said all along during the campaign that there are 2 classes of UKIP MEP, those that come here very, very rarely and those that come here and do as much as they can for their regions. And I want to be the latter. I want to be an MEP that comes here to actually immerse myself and find out what really is happening here. Because I find even a lot of the media who cover this don't really know what's happening. And so I do feel it's important that I come here, I am involved, I do find out this key information, but also while we are part of the EU, while we are here, it's important that Wales gets its fair share of our money back, and I will be doing my best to make sure that we do not miss out.
I mean, you mentioned the European funding, but what else is going to be then your focus? What's your area of interest? Because there's so many different areas you could look at. What are your kind of top priorities going to be?
Well, that's right. There's 20 committees and there's also 2 subcommittees, so that's 22. We currently have 24 MEPs. We're in the process of forming a group, and those committees will be handed out, once that's done. So really, until that happens, I can't really say anything about that.
What about your areas of interest, at least? Even if you're not on a particular committee, where would you take a particular interest? What's kind of subject areas?
I think for Wales it's crucial that we have some kind of a representation within the Agricultural Committee, because it's such a big part of Wales and what we're about. So I would very much hope to be able to be involved in that.
And so you say you're going to be kind of taking an active role. What do you think of some of your colleagues that have already indicated that they're not planning to take such an active role, that they're part of what you call that first category?
Well, we've hidden nothing from the electorate. We've let the electorate know exactly what we're about, that we oppose this institution, that the entire EU, we want Britain to leave. And there was a lot of work to be done back home in Britain. And so I think it's crucial that we have both types of MEP, those who come here to show that when you do elect somebody from UKIP, that we will do the job that people want us to do when it's necessary to do that, but also those people who back home in Britain can galvanise the next battle, which of course is the general election. It's going to be very hard for us to get the voter to trust us to actually vote for us in 2015 in the numbers that they voted for us in this election that's just gone. But we feel confident that we can do that, and there are areas where we're going to really concentrate all of our efforts, and that's going to take a lot of effort from the MEPs and from the party members and from the public as well, our supporters. So really there is a need for both type of MEP.